Hello, hello, good evening, and it's 8 o'clock. How's everybody's day been? Hey, I'm glad the football season's back for some of us. How's your day been? Anyway, good evening to Ian Ork and Rachel. Hello, Mr. Ork, and good evening to Rachel. Right, tonight's guest is Paul Campbell. Met Paul on Eddie V's page. Good singer. I'm just waiting for him to join me. Hello, Sack. How are you? Hello, Jenny. Quite a few of you coming in tonight. Thank you very much, guys, for coming in. Can you guys share it, please? Thank you very much. I know you would. So if you can, share it far and wide. Thank you. Anyway, guys, we're waiting for Paul. I'm good, and you, Sack. Thank you very much. Well, guys, I'm just waiting for Paul to join us. Soon he does, we can get started. Anyway, yes, as I was talking about, I'm glad the football season's back. I can't wait for the football season to be get going, properly. No fans at the moment, though. No fans at all, but there you go. Anyway, yeah, need to get me live one night. Yes, Ian Oak, yes, we will book you in. All you got to do is let me know what you're going to do, and I will get you in. Yes, get Gertie Bertie on or something like that. Jenny, thank you very much. Can someone tell Paul that we are ready? Yes, get him on. Yes, I will adopt Dirty Bertie. Well done, Sack. Anyway, been nice. It's been nice and sunny today in Devon. But everything's been going on in it with all the this coronavirus up north. Anyway, I hope everybody's safe. I'm just waiting for my guest to come on. Should be with us any moment. Anyway, yes, so there you go. So we're just waiting. Anybody got any questions, fire them away. Anybody who wants to be on the show, we've been packed for the last 6 weeks. Honestly, we have really been rammed packed. We've got a few people want to come on, and next week's show is going to be really good. But I explain that later on when we finish. Anyway, we've got to keep talking about these before the guest comes on. So anyway, so hopefully it should not be long. Let's find out where he is. Yes, so still here. Yeah. We're waiting for Paul. He should be here any moment. I just messaged him again. So there you go. Anyway, can't wait. Shared, Ian. Oh, yes, Dirty Burton. Yes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. I have got the man himself. I tell you what, I love this bloke because he is really, really good. When I first heard him, I thought, will I pay for a ticket? Of course I will pay for a ticket. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and listen to Paul. Paul's a good man. Here he is.
All right, how's the sound, Steve?
Hello.
Hiya, Steve. How are you?
I'll tell you what, you look like Cliff Richard.
Well, I was told the other day, let me just get this microphone right. I probably don't need the mic, but I was told the other day that I look like Pete Waterman, and I've been told that quite a bit, Remember Pete Waterman off Idol?
Yeah, sorry about sorry about the way I am tonight. I'm Not usually like this, where I am all the time, but there you go. Um, um, anyway, I hope you're well. Are you okay?
Yeah, good, real good. Yeah, yeah. I'm on
Good.
here in.
We haven't spoken before.
No. I've
No,
seen quite
no.
a few of your. Yeah, I've seen a few of your live broadcasts, and they're really good. And
Yeah,
yeah, good to
yeah.
see
Thank
you.
you very much. So anyway, can you tell everybody what you do? So what do you do?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm a singer. I love singing and an entertainer. I suppose I host karaoke nights occasionally. It's not my main job. My main job really is I'm a driver at the moment. I worked most of my life in shops, in Tesco's and Asda's and Woolies. I was a Woolies man for 10 years, but I do some
Yeah,
driving, and obviously my weekends is when I do my hobby, which is singing and entertaining. But of course, like everybody,
because of the COVID and everything. Yeah,
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 it's been really tough. For guys like me, who it was only really a sideline, to be honest, it's
yeah,
not too bad. Obviously, it was nice money on a Saturday night. I used agents, a couple of agents were giving me regular work, and I had quite a few regular spots over the years in different pubs and what have you. But I do really feel sorry for the lads and ladies who that's their main income. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some of them go out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or twice on a Saturday, twice on a Sunday, and their income—that's what they've done for years—suddenly is totally gone. And there wasn't an
yeah,
awful lot of assistance for the self-employed either. The ones who were, who were recently into it, and I've only been self-employed a couple of years, so I couldn't benefit from any of
yeah,
the schemes. But it's really tough on them, and of course we're not doing what we love doing. Well, apart from
yeah.
live feeds, of course, live feeds have saved the day a bit.
That's it, innit? Where was your first venue you sang at?
Oh God, oh yeah. Well, I'm getting on a bit now, and I started. I have a funny career 'cause I started singing when I was like 18. I always loved singing, and I got picked up a guitar and started singing when I was 18, 20. And I did try start launching a career as a singer, but I was a bag of nerves, really. I wasn't much good. I was a 19, 20-year-old. I went in a few pubs and clubs and a couple of disastrous nights, which didn't go well, and shook my confidence a bit. And I became a DJ then because it was easier. DJ is talent, obviously, it's a skill, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's a bit easier playing records than singing. You don't get criticised as much.
yeah,
So I was a DJ for years, and then really, like a lot of guys my age, going into your 40s and 50s, suddenly you've got a bit more, your kids are grown up and you've got time on your hands. There's quite a few of especially in the Elvis world, there's quite a few of the Elvis boys started when they were like 50, and
yeah,
same as me.
yeah.
I sort of didn't really start singing properly again till 2011, 2012, something like that. When I
Okay,
really got into the
okay.
Elvis scene, then that's how I started singing the Elvis songs. And,
What's your
yeah.
what's your favorite what's your favorite song that you sang?
Oh, right. Okay. Well, as you probably know, I'm a massive Elvis fan now. I
Yeah,
always
of course
was an
you
Elvis,
are. Yeah,
and I do a lot of Elvis in my song. I perform Elvis songs, but I love all rock and roll stuff. But bit of a mixture. I go up mostly on, as a mix sort of tributes, and just not a tribute, but just singing all the songs I like. But yeah, Elvis songs I love. In the Ghetto, I love My Boy and the slower ones, but then Elvis songs are all great. There's so many hundreds of them, isn't there? So my favourite
yeah.
actually is probably a song called "What a Night," such a night.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, what's your first song tonight? You're going to sing for every one of us.
Right.
Then.
Okay, well I'll do it now. So I'll start off with "In the Ghetto" because that's a nice, soothing song.
Yeah.
In the Ghetto.
Okay, it's all yours.
All right, thank you, Steve. Okay, let me just prompt it up.
Okay.
How does it sound? Does it sound all right, Steve?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know sometimes the music goes a bit wobbly, doesn't it? On this, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, yeah, but we always edit. We sort it all out after. So
Yeah, sorry.
don't worry about it if it goes a bit wonky. We sort it all out.
Okay. Still see me? Still see my face?
Yes, I can still see you. You're still lovelier than ever.
Ah, yes, there we go. Tell me if this is loud enough. As the snow flies.
Yeah, that's right.
On a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child was born in the ghetto. And
and his mother cries. There is one thing that she don't need, another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. People don't understand. Child needs a helping hand. He'll grow up an angry young man someday. Take a look at you or me. Are we too blind to see? Do we simply turn our head and look the other way? While the world turns. And a little boy with a runny nose plays in the street as the cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns. So he starts to roam the streets at night, learns how to steal, learns how to fight in the ghetto. Then one night, in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, steals a car, tries to run, but he don't get far. And his mother cries. As the crowd gathers round, an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hands in the ghetto. As her young man dies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child was born in the ghetto, and his mama cries. And his
Brilliant.
Okay.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Loud enough, Steve, was it?
Yeah, it's okay. It's brilliant. It's really good.
Right, good.
Don't worry about all the if it's kind of like a bit iffy, we'll sort it out on this end, so don't worry about it, all right?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fine.
You're all right.
Okay.
I've got some questions here for you. Being
Yeah.
being a DJ, what's the
Yeah.
funniest thing you ever seen happen in the club?
um,
That's coming from Rachel.
yeah, I think it was when I did a wedding in one of the Welsh valleys here, and the bride had far too much to drink, and she had a dress was one of those sort of halter neck or whatever they call them, which just basically cover the boobs, and unfortunately she was dancing, and she fell over, and the whole thing just came down, and we had a booby display, it was really amazing. But she just got up and she didn't give very much notice. There was one occasion where I had a light unit, and as many years ago when I first started, my friend made it uh, of an old sign we had in the shop, and he inserted, he put some like flashing lights in it, and he had wiring in it. Unfortunately, when I took it to a wedding, it was still he didn't earth it very well. And the groom came up and was presenting his mother-in-law with some flowers. And his mother-in-law, he had the microphone in his hand. His mother-in-law touched this light unit, and they both got electric shock, and they were both on the floor. My most embarrassing moment in my entertainment history. And I really was lucky. It was in the days before litigation, really, in the 70s.
Yeah,
Back it was. But yeah, we had great laughs doing DJs. Disco is great, and then it's not as good fun as singing. Singing is much more personal, and you get more pleasure out of singing. I do.
yeah. What does your family think of you about singing then?
I got a wife, a lovely wife, Jane, and she hates it. It's never been something she's enjoyed, and she's come out and watched me a few times, but I tend to sort of be on my own. My two girls I've got two daughters. They're both grown up now, and they've both got their own lives to lead. They're both doing really well, and
Wow.
it's like always been like Paul's a singer, but he's
let's leave him to it. You know, my brother's very supportive, and but I tend to. The family will support me, but
Yeah.
some singers' wives follow them every gig. I've got mates whose wives do their hair, they do their costumes, they carry all the equipment and what have you. And I'm out on my own, but it's okay. But when we have a party, a family party, I do the music usually, and it's always good. Well,
Oh, good. Okay. How did you meet Eddie then?
ADV, well, alrighty, yeah, he's a good mate. Um, through the Porthcawl Elvis Festival. And it was, I live in Bridgend now, which is 7 miles from Porthcawl.
Yes, I've been to
Uh,
Bridgend. Yeah,
yeah, good.
I've been
I'm
there.
from, yeah, I'm from Cardiff originally. I lived most of my life in Cardiff. And I was living in Cardiff, and I heard about this Porthcawl Elvis Festival. My mother was alive then; she lived up in this area. My sister, and my mother was a big Elvis fan, so I took my mother down there once. I think it was 2010, something like that. I thought this is great, and it's fantastic fun. Have you ever been to the Porthcawl Elvis Festival, Steve?
Yes,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
you have been, have you?
yeah. I have been. Yeah, I was just about to
Yeah,
call and tell you about that in a minute.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it's cancelled this year. Should be next weekend. But I went down
yeah.
there a few times, and I thought this is great. And it's then really I started singing Elvis songs, and then I went down there in 2011, no, 2012. And Eddie had contacted. I think I put a few songs on. I had a few of my early efforts, and Eddie contacted me and said, "Oh, do you want to come down to Port? You're in Porthcawl." So I met Eddie V down there in 2012, and in fairness, he was the first guy really who gave me a really good chance and put me on the stage. I was doing singing some Elvis songs. I'd learned about 10 Elvis songs on the CD, and he was really very helpful, and he has he's the sort of guy. Some people he tells what people what he thinks, and he's a bit marmite for some people, but he's my mate, and I think he's really done a lot of singers a lot of good. Some people don't perhaps appreciate how he's helped other things, and that from there the next year he gave me a really starring role there, and I was organising lots, and I was a compere. I'd done some DJing and compere work, so I was quite adept at that. And so I ran one of the venues down there for a couple of years, and I'm still sort of run a venue down there for the Portobello Festival. And of course, so Eddie has been my mate since really. I called in to see him the other day. I was in New York. I was driving past, and yeah, he's been a massive help to me.
Brilliant. Good, good. So, because of the COVID at the moment, then, and with work, how are you coping with that then?
Yeah, with my work, I'm a driver. I'm like a self-employed driver, and I am classed as a key worker. So I had about a month off. That's all, and my company gave us work. We drive some vans, so sometimes I drive like works vans or ambulance vans or supermarket vans. But then sometimes I drive nice sports cars and that, and so it's great. I love the job. I drive around the country, so I have to drop it off. Perhaps in Newcastle. I was in Newcastle this week, Leicester, which is not very good for COVID. But so I love the job, and I drive around, and I've been luckily that's kept me going. I've had income, right, virtually right. I lost about a month's pay. I lost about 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4 weeks. I was out, so I've been lucky with that. But of course, the singing has totally died a death, and I'm one of the many singers who unfortunately have not sang for money. Yeah, and in Wales, we're unlucky in Wales. The Welsh government are stricter than England on singing and entertaining. And
Are they?
yeah.
Yeah.
In England, there's the guys singing now, aren't they, in clubs, socially distanced. But for some reason, Mr. Drakeford and the Welsh gang have decided that no singing at all is allowed in Wales, and no dancing. And they've instructed the police to go around. Of course, in Porthcawl, it's such a lively holiday place, which only allows weekends. And it's really busy there, loads of people. And the pubs, all they're allowed to do is to have music. They're allowed to have music, just very quiet. So there's no singing allowed. So it's really been awkward for us singers in Wales. Absolutely no singing, no live bands or anything. In England,
Oh
I think
no.
but of course, now England is getting tight as well, with the lockdowns for the northeast, etc.
Yeah, I think we're going to come into it. I think we're going to come into a second wave.
It looks like, doesn't it? I mean, already, parts of Yorkshire, parts of West Yorkshire, Bradford, and all there is all, and Liverpool. My daughter lives in Liverpool, and she's going to be home at 10 o'clock tonight, and millions of people. I do feel sorry for those bar staff in Newcastle. Try to kick people up at 10 o'clock. That's going to be tough tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. What's your
Yeah.
favorite ever? What's your favorite ever car you drove?
The car.
Yeah.
I tell you what it was, and I only drove it a couple of weeks ago, and it was a Tesla.
Right.
Electric vehicles, all electric, and I couldn't believe how fast it was. It was like a little.
Is that the two doors that open up? Is that the two doors that open up?
No, I think you're thinking of. I think you're thinking of Back to the Future. There, you. It's similar. It is a little low sports car, but it's fantastic. The speed on it, incredible. The 0 to 30 the first, because there's no pistons, there's no drag factor. It's just instant power. A really fantastic car to drive. But you only go 200 miles and then he runs out of battery. So, I only have to take it 38 miles. Yeah, I love to driving that, and I've driven some nice cars. I drove a Jaguar F-Type. That was nice. F-Type Jaguar. So it's a good job. It was a nice, comfortable job. I enjoyed.
Yeah. What's your next song you're going to sing for us, then?
Right. Okay. Well, I won't do another album. I'm going to do a song now. This is a little experiment song which I've learned, and this song is for all the people who've tried writing a song. I've tried writing songs, and it's really hard. But there is actually a secret, and it's called 4 chords. And there's a song called the 4 chord song. And what it is an experiment, and it's a mixture of songs, so it's a medley, and it's proof that if you want to write a hit song, all you need is 4 chords. That's all you need.
All right.
You need A minor. So A minor is 1 chord, C, D, and E. And I'm going to prove to you over the next 3 minutes that you can write a myriad of songs. And these are some of your favorite songs by Elvis, some by the Beatles, etc. And they're all 4 chords. Just takes all these songs. So are you ready?
Okay.
The 4 chord song. We'll give a phrase here. I'll give praise to people. The Axis are also an Australian band who wrote this song. And then my friend Aubrey Parsons adapted it. So this is his version. There's a lot of his work gone into this. So I'll give him the credit. I didn't write the song, but it's a song called the four chord song. Now you'll recognize the first four bars of this song. Are you ready?
Okay.
Recognize this?
Yeah.
It's not what you think. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel, that I'm sure. And I won't hesitate no more, no more. I just can't win on yours. Is this the way you left me? There's no pretending. No love, no hope, no glory, no happy ending. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I could, then I would. I'd go wherever you will go. Never knew I'd find someone like you. Oh, let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. And can you feel the love tonight? Mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist the country roads? Take me home to the place I belong. Oh, Lily, I will live, couldn't help but live. I can't live on without you. Whenever I fall at your feet, and she will be loved, she will won't stop believing. Hang on to the feeling. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me and with his wisdom, let me. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry.
No problem.
I come walking down under where women go and shunder. I need a little love like I never loved you love before. Getting love to you, baby. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. Since you've been gone, I'm out of my head, can't take it. Say it tonight, forever I'll be yours. Say it tomorrow, until the break of dawn. Gonna take a lot, take it away from you. It's something 100 men or more could ever do. A love struck Romeo, the streets of serenade. Everybody listen to the love song that he made. If I were a boy, well, a brimful of Asherah, 45. Once a jolly swag man camped by a billabong. Ooh, it's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I'm all out of faith, this is how I feel. Cold and naked on the floor. This is how I feel, into something real. I'm wide awake, but I can't stand. Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? I can stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile when you were sleeping. Enjoy yourself, no matter what you waited for. Can't read my, you can read my poker face. Come on, Murray, let's go party. Too late to apologize. Yes, it's too late to apologize. Joe McCartney, Richard Nixon, Stuart Baker, television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Time to say goodbye. Now, don't that sound familiar? All those songs, they're so familiar, and all they take is 4 chords, that's all it takes to write a hit song. All that you need is those 4 chords to be a superstar like me.
Well done. That was good. That was really
It's
good. That
amazing.
was.
Yeah, it's just the 4 chords there, and it's so many songs are basically the same, but it's good fun.
Yeah,
I live after.
it's really good. It's really good. So you know these festivals you go to?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I
Love
want you
weekends
to.
away.
Yeah, I want you to look at this for a minute. I want you to. I'm going to share something with you.
Okay.
Hang on for a second. See if I get it on. Here we go.
Yeah, that's the caveat that I now call the Beachcomber. I was there regular for 2 or 3 years, and then
So how many
music
how
level.
many how many people do they get there, Paul?
Well, that's a really busy little corner. That's just a tiny part of the festival gang. 35,000 people turn up to this event normally.
Right.
They're all yeah, quite a few people going down next week. But of course, there's no entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a fantastic weekend here, and if you've been, Steve, you'll know how crazy it is.
It
It's
is
mad.
crazy. Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah.
the atmosphere is just electric, and everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people take the effort to dress up as Elvis, with their silly
Yeah. Yeah.
things and that. It's just great fun. And the guys, all the Elvis guys who go there, all really love it because there's quite a few real proper Elvis fans there, and we can sing, for all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Your throat is absolutely in pieces by Sunday, but it's just fantastic. We're really going to miss it this year. I know a lot of the guys who messaged me said, "Oh, can't believe we're not doing it." So it's off. I'll be going down anyway, just to meet some friends down there, a few quiet drinks, and in a way it'd be nice because it'll be quieter, and we'll be just able to listen to the man himself, who is, let's be fair, the best Elvis tribute going is Elvis himself, isn't he? And to listen to his music just in a quiet environment. The weather's always good in September. Been lovely today, hasn't it, in Porthcawl? And, it's the weather always seems to be. Last year there was a bit of a storm there. It'll shake this off, and obviously, a lot of the guys will probably down there in a few quid as well. Are gutted. The Pavilion shut, the High Tide shut. It won't be shut. The Pavilion shut. The High Tide is going to be open, and they have got a big seating area outside. I'm going to take my acoustic guitar down, and hopefully I can get away with singing a few sneaky songs on my acoustic guitar. Because that would be good. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I've got to see some friends down there, and I might stay. I only live 7 miles away, so.
Yeah. Can I just ask you? Can I just ask you some questions about the Elvis tribute artist? Not the site, not the site. But I find there's a lot of Elvis tribute artists out there who are doing it, but they don't even look like him.
That's well, unfortunately,
or
if you don't look like
him. Or sing like him.
Well, yeah. What we always say that if you're a tribute, what you're doing, you're putting your tribute is your interpretation, the best you can do it of his songs, And if someone sang Frank Sinatra songs and didn't sound like him or look like him, you would say, "Oh well, I still enjoy it." And people love hearing the Elvis songs because there's some great songs, And if you look like him, which there aren't many, to say you look like him, especially when you're getting on like me, and obviously we put the old for dye your hair. I haven't dyed my hair for ages. I'm not going to.
No, I wasn't hinting at you, but I was seeing some people on Facebook, right? I was seeing some people on Facebook, and they don't even sound like him, or when they sing the song, they don't.
No, it's very hard. He had such a unique voice, and Elvis's range was massive. He could, super sweet high notes he could hit, and he could really belt out those low, powerful notes in the 70s. And to sing like him is very hard. There's a few guys, obviously the top, ETAs and like Chris Connors and Pete Storms, they do sound a bit like him. And there's a few guys who look like him as well, like Steve Halliday, and there's a few guys who really, you look at them, Chris Connor looks a bit like him. And if you got that, but the people, even if you just like a guy who's doing his best and singing these, if you make it, if the songs are so good that you could just turn your head away and enjoy the songs, can't you? And
I'm not saying that you've got to dress like him or do anything else like that. But the trouble is, some people, like impersonators, they will come on Facebook or on other groups.
Yeah.
And they don't even.
I know what you mean.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think if you are going to go out as we say an impersonator is slightly different to a tribute. A tribute artist is doing his own thing, really. But an impersonator, if you obviously the guys who look like him and sound like him get the big money. They can come out and guys who may sound a bit like him and may even could dress up and look a bit like him may only not earn as much, but they can still provide a great night's entertainment. It can still be great fun. And when you go out there above call, there's loads of people, who don't look like him, but the people love it, And it's really good as well when you get the young lads. There's some lads like who are 15, 17, just getting on this, and they doing some fantastic tributes. And some of them don't look like him, but they try their best. But when you get a young lad shaking his legs and doing all the moves and everything, and the great thing about Elvis is it's continuing. Young people are going to take it forward. It's not dying out.
Yeah,
everyone loves it.
It's music. It's music and everything will live on. But it just because I'm a big Elvis fan, right? I can tell you that now, right?
Yeah, good.
And the trouble with me is that I've watched some people on there, right? And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, just give it up, mate. Give it up because
Yeah, well, I
you
mean,
know
if you don't sing in tune, I mean, I don't give up. I mean, you've got to be able to
that's
hold
it.
a tune.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you know.
Yeah,
I mean, you've got to be able to sing in tune. And no, it's hard singing like Elvis, but yeah, you've got to be able to
you
pull
don't
over.
have to sing like Elvis,
Well, no,
but
some of the most entertaining ETAs, they agree. Well, I don't sing like Elvis, but they just put on a great show. And they,
mm,
you know, sometimes as well, there's people who are very good singers, but they got no personality and they can't put on a show. And they bore the audience, even though they're good singers.
yeah,
And you've
yeah,
got an
yeah,
outstanding voice if you're an opera singer.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But there are loads of guys out, I've met who are not great singers, but they just great showmen, and they put on a fantastic, night of
yeah,
entertainment. It's not more. A lot of it's with to do with what you say in between songs, and the way you act with the audience. You go around, you make the best of people, and that's
yeah,
the talent of an entertainer, isn't it? Like Bruce Forsyth
yeah,
was
yeah,
not a great
yeah,
singer,
yeah,
not a great
yeah.
singer,
I,
but he was. You could
yeah,
watch him all night because he was a brilliant personality.
yeah. And I watch his, I watch his several, tribute artists and impersonators and everything. When I go
Yeah,
away, when I go away to Sand Bay in Western Supermare, we get like Mark Summers there, or we get Adam Carter there, say.
yeah, good. Yeah,
So
Mark, Adam, they're
yeah,
very
so
good.
yeah, so I had Adam Carter last year for my birthday party. You
All
know,
right, yeah, he's great. He's great. Yeah.
he is. But what I'm trying to say is, like, there are some people out there spoils it for everybody else.
Well, yeah, and it's
So
one of those things, isn't it? It's hard to
yeah,
criticize people who are having a go, and when the
yeah,
young lad,
yeah, yeah,
and there's some cruel people in this business, there's
yeah,
some
yeah,
people are so willing to have a go, and especially with social media these days, you
yeah.
know.
That's it. And that's what I'm coming to. Social media is really bad, isn't it?
Well, yeah, obviously it's fantastic for us to put ourselves out there and to advertise. I mean, a lot of us now, not so much now, but obviously over the years until this COVID thing, have used Facebook and social media to get bookings, and I've got loads of bookings from social media. People, and the great thing
Yeah.
is, you can go to YouTube and check somebody out, and if they're on YouTube, you can't sing, you're not going to put it unless you
Mm.
falsify a mime or something. But so YouTube's got so many, and Facebook, so many benefits. But of course, it does attract the keyboard warriors, and it can destroy some people. I mean, me and Eddie, we we've got used to having a bit of stick, and like, because Eddie's a bit controversial, he gets a bit of stick, but he just doesn't care, and he
Yeah, he
says,
does. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm a bit the same, And the end of the day, I said, "Well, look, mate, give me some shit. I've worked every Saturday for the last 6 months. I've earned more than you. How much have you earned, and how many audiences have you entertained? And you have good nights and bad nights. And when you have a really good night, well, hang on, I know a little bit what I'm doing, and
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
that.
What's the
And it's
biggest audience? What was your biggest audience that you played in then?
yeah, well, of course, massive when you're outside. I mean, I'm outside the
Yeah,
pub,
yeah,
and you do an outside, and it can be like 1,000 people all around you, so that's massive. And I have sung a couple of big clubs, well, I sang at a big club in Western-super-Mare. It was about several 500 people.
yeah,
And when I was in Spain once, I sang at a rather large venue there. So yeah, but I'm not big style, Steve. I'm not. I've never hit the big heights. I'm never.
yeah,
I'm not £1,000 a night man.
yeah.
Like,
No, better than that.
well,
No,
no,
no, no. But I think, but the trouble is, so I watch some of your videos. I listen to you on Eddie B's site, and
yeah,
I think you're really, really, really good. I think
yeah.
I think you're brilliant.
Well, I can sing a bit. I'm not the best voice. I mean, I'm not like Elvis, but I have fun. And what I do is I sang in the care rooms quite a bit as well. I did that for quite a while, the care
Yeah,
rooms, and I loved it. Go to the old people, hold their hand, you can't hold their hands now, and singing to the old ladies. And I think if you get pleasure out of singing, if you're enjoying it, it comes
Yeah,
across, to the audience.
yeah,
And if you have got a bit of repartee with, a bit of banter with the audience, that can be brilliant. And you can sing as well. That's not bad. But yeah, look, I'm 60 now, Steve. So I when I can understand, uh, people who book artists at pubs and clubs. What are you going to book? A 60-year-old who can sing a bit, or an attractive young girl, or a really handsome young man who can sing? You know. I always say to, I said to Eddie, we're on the way. We're on. When you're 60 and you're getting on a bit, it's hard then to get the big bookings. Unless you've really got a famous fan base and a really good backing, bookings. And you get,
yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it, get,
yeah,
the younger lads and some of the young girls singing. Of course, because of X Factor and Pop Idol now, there's so many good youngsters now. You just get on the mic and you think, wow. And why shouldn't the youngsters, enjoy it and do what they want? And if I can just earn a few quid here and there, just to keep on enjoying myself,
yeah.
and
But the
go
trouble is, though, the trouble is, though, the trouble is, though, Paul, with the X Factor, I had a guest on earlier. Okay, I was talking to him, and he was saying to me, "Look, yes, it's a good platform, the X Factor, but it seems that one minute they're doing okay, and next minute they get rid of them.
yeah. Oh, yes.
You
It's a machine. It's a mincing machine, isn't it? They come in once when they go out the other. Only the real talented ones. And again, it's not always about voice, is it? Only the real talented ones with an outstanding personality. You look at that Ryland Clark. Have you seen him?
Yes, yeah,
Ryland.
yeah. I've
Oh,
met him. Yeah,
yeah, he's great, and he's just incredible personality. His singing was a bit iffy, to be honest. He sang a few songs,
yeah,
not bad, and now he's getting big gigs. He's hosting quiz shows and hosting all big
yeah,
live shows because of his personality. And
yeah.
there's some
I met him on this morning, right?
yeah,
When I went on this morning, I've been on there a few times, and I met him
yeah.
on there, and he's a top, top person, really nice to
He's
talk to.
really talented guy, but not a great singer. But he's a TV personality now, and he's singing. He still sings the odd song, doesn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
to me, just a singer. If you're a singer with no personality, you've got to be bloody good, you know.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but if you've got like that, Win Evans on BBC Radio Wales, the one guy's come back. He's fantastic, and he's got great personality. He's, but his singing is outstanding as well, So
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah, yeah.
you got the book,
I'm not knocking. I am not knocking anybody doing singing. I am not
no,
knocking that.
no, because I always say, well, if you don't like this person, if you're taking the mick, you get up there to show how it's done, because it's so
Yeah,
easy to sit
yeah,
behind your keyboard and criticize, or you're shite,
yeah, yeah.
and it
I'm
really
only.
hurts.
Yeah, I was only point. Yeah, yeah. I was only pointing out where that there are some people on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but if someone you think is not very good, you're better off just saying, "Oh, well, it was nice. Yeah, I enjoyed that." Why you don't need to destroy a young person who's just, And some people as well, they start singing, and you think, "Oh, they're rubbish," but then you hear them 2 years later, and they're fantastic. With singing, your voice is a muscle at the end of the day,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you have to stretch it and use it. And if you just sort of start singing from zero, very few people are going to be any good unless you have a
No,
really. Most
yeah,
people struggle, and you've got to really exercise your
yeah,
voice for a couple of years, and you stretch the muscles, the vocal cords, and then some people, after 2 years, they totally change and they can become great singers.
yeah.
It's not. It's a
There,
learned
there are two.
thing.
There are
It's
two. Sorry, there are two ladies on Eddie's Reed's page
yeah,
who I like, and it's Rachel and Jenny, and
yeah. Rachel's
and
great, and yeah.
yeah, yeah, and when Jenny gets up and sings, I'm thinking, gosh, at least she's not afraid. At least she's doing something.
Having a go, yeah, yeah. She
Yeah,
she she probably admit that she's not, big and good enough to have a hit record. She's an average singer, but she's great fun and she's a lovely girl.
yeah, yeah. Of course she is. Yeah,
And,
sorry.
sometimes just enjoying the music is part of the thing. And we all, yeah, this is Jenny and Rachel's good singer, Rachel. And
Yeah,
Marlene,
yeah,
Arlene over in Holland, she's great. Yeah, some of Eddie's got his little fan group now. He's Eddie, every day he's got his little studio in his room up in York, and he goes
Is
on
he?
every day. He goes and does his live feed. It's what he enjoys doing. But he gets
Yeah.
about 100 people watching him, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got sort of entourage now. But he's like me.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not out singing in the pubs and clubs. But what we all enjoy is a live audience, Steve. I mean,
Yeah, of course you do. I've started off a petition trying to get Eddie onto Elvis tribute artist.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I've sung on there a few times. Yeah.
Yeah.
What can you do?
So what's your next song? What you going to sing next?
Right, I'm going to sing an Elvis song again. It's a nice, quiet Elvis song, which I sang. I got this on YouTube, and I just, really pleased the way it came out. So I'm going to give it another go. It's called "Oh That I Am."
Okay.
It's a quiet Elvis song. Okay. Right, you ready, Steve? Okay.
Yeah, carry on.
Nice bit of guitar. I was going to do it, not get my guitar. I got my guitar here, actually.
Oh yeah.
All that I am, forever hope to be, lies in your hands. You are my destiny. When you're in my arms, I rule the world. And when we're far apart, how cruel the world. All that I want is to be near to you, to spend my life making it clear to you. You are my heart, my soul, my dream come true. All that I am because of you. All that I want is to be near to you, to spend my life making it clear to you. You are my heart, my soul, my dream come true. All that I am because of you, because of you, because of you. Okay.
Sorry, you nearly made me cry on that song. I love that song.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a great Elvis song, isn't it? Really
Yeah,
smooth.
I love it. I love it.
In the 60s, and he sang so many lovely sweet songs. His voice was pure in the 60s. His voice was incredibly mellow.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you have any costumes at all? Elvis costumes? Because
I bought a
yeah,
few. I got two jumps, no, three actually. I bought one, a white one, just pure white, and I spent hours. Conchos, they're like discs,
yeah,
steel
yeah,
discs.
yeah.
I bought about 80 of them on eBay, and this was in 2013. I started getting into this big style, and I spent hours myself sewing these conchos on, and I still got that suit. It's upstairs. That's the concho suit, and then I bought a suit secondhand off Jim Santana, great guy from up north.
All
Uh,
right, yeah, yeah.
got what's called a Tiffany suit, which I really love that suit. And I bought another suit as well off my great friend, good friend who lives in Spain now, called Victor Andrews, and he had a nice. It's called the Black Pinwheel suit, I think, and sometimes it's got another name as well, but. And that's a nice. There are a few things missing. It's not in great condition that, but I still got that one. Unfortunately, that one has gone tight on me, and with the lockdown and everything, I put
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it, and I really got struggled. The white one I can just about get into. The black one, I'm thinking, am I ever going to get in this again? You know, the white, the conscious though. So I've got those 3 Elvis suits, and I could sell them, but I just like looking at them. It's like, you know, collecting a book or a record. You know, I look in my wardrobe. I got some nice jackets. I've got, you know, a few nice shirts, and I've bought over the years. So I have got, because, you know, I'm not sure. I don't do an awful lot. It was useful when I was doing the care homes, because in the care homes I was booked mainly as an Elvis tribute. And the old people love seeing you in your suit and your sparkly suit, you know, coming out.
Yeah.
Like I bought a wig. And they're not cheap, these wigs. They're 350.
No.
And I bought it, and I still don't like the look of it. You know, I bought the stick-on sideboards as well. I got them, and I was doing a care home gig once, and I was really going for it. But in care homes, it's so hot. Even in the summer, they have the bloody heating on, full blast, you know. And you put an Elvis suit on with a wig, and you sweat. You really struggle, you know. I was in this one care home, and it was dripping off me. And what happens then is, you underneath your wig goes all sort of runny, and you put a bit of I put a bit of black eyeliner on my hair and cover the grey bits, you know. And then I was singing and doing all the moves, and everything. One of my sideboards fell off on the floor. So, what do I do now? You know, it's only a care home, so I just picked it up and stuck it on the side, you know. And the next time I came to this song, I do some other tributes as well. I think I was booked then next time to a Neil Diamond or Tom Jones or something. And I went to the same care home some months later, and this lady, only a young girl, she said, oh, yeah, you doing a tribute? I said, yeah, I do, whatever, you know, do something new. Oh, she said, oh, we had an Elvis tribute here before. She didn't know it was me. And she said, he wasn't a bad singer, but we all laughed our head off because all the makeup was running down his face, and one of his sideboards fell off, and we were all peeing ourselves laughing. And she said, well, that's okay. But then she said, and he couldn't dance. I thought, oh yeah. I said, oh yeah, I know him. I said, yeah, he is a bit crap, him. I said, she didn't mind. And I thought, I didn't mind, to be honest, but she, I couldn't dance. I said, oh, that's good. Okay. And another occasion, I was in a care home, and I turned up with one white shoe and a white outfit on. I had to do a whole show with one white shoe on, and one black shoe on. So that was a bit weird as well. But in a care home, it's just fun, you know. Yeah, you get paid. It's not big money, and I work for a company which will give me work, but that's what I'm driving. I could still do care home work, but it's not.
Do you have you ever been to Elvis's home?
No, I haven't. No, and I was in Hampton this year. I was 60. I had a fantastic birthday party just before the lockdown. I was lucky. It was early March the 5th. March 4th was my birthday. I was 60. And my family and I, we went to a lovely hotel in Gloucester. We had loads of friends there as well. It was really lovely. And they were all, there was no presents there. I was, this is weird, there's no presents. Where's my presents, you know? A few people brought me a bottle of whiskey and that, you know. And then my daughter, who's a bit of a character, you know, she got up on the microphone. She's really talented. She's a big businesswoman. She's on big money, you know. So she got up and she said, oh, Paul, she said a few things. She did like a Paul Campbell quiz, which was great, asking all questions about me and asking people to answer questions about me, which was a bit embarrassing at times, but it was okay. And then she said, Paul, come on. So she said, we've got your presents. And she said, here it is. She gave me an envelope. And I opened the envelope. And it was just a printout, really. And it printed out, it says, to Paul Campbell, this is your 60th birthday presents from your family and friends. And she named about 10 people, close family and friends. She said, there's an account being opened, and we've put £500 in it to start you off. And this is purely for you to be used for you to visit Graceland, because I know you really want to do that. So this money must not be used for anything else. And my daughter's keeping strings. And she said, what we'll do, we'll add to it as we go along. And he said, if you can add to it as well. So this pot of money is there ready and it'll be building up hopefully, so I can go to Gracelands one day.
Oh, that's right, isn't it? Yeah.
And I don't know. I tell you, because what a great present, isn't it? When you're 60, is having, I think.
Yeah.
So that's a great present, and I've already up to 700, something like that. You know, if I have to go, obviously it's going to cost a grand, isn't it? But, so I won't come in, but the trouble is, my wife's going to have to come with me. You know? She doesn't like Elvin, but she's going to have to come. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to force her to come with me. So that's a couple of years, hopefully, but it has been great. It's a great present.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Right, okay, what's your next song then? What you going to sing?
I'll have a go with my guitar then, Steve, because I brought it along.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, okay. Does that sound? Can you hear it? Can you hear the guitar?
Yeah, no problem.
Right, what should I sing? Yeah, I'm going to sing a David Bowie song, because I went through sort of phases in my life where I sang. I was a big Beatles fan for early years, mostly influenced by my big brother. So I loved the Beatles. And then I sort of became like a bit of a rock. I loved Black Sabbath for a few years. And then I got into Bowie. I was a really good David Bowie fan years ago. Love the music of Bowie. And a great mate called Mark Johnson, who's not very well now. And if you're out there, Mark, I'm thinking of you playing for you, mate, okay? And we were really good Bowie fans. We went to see him 2 or 3 times. So I love all the David Bowie songs and that sort of thing. And so I'll sing you a David Bowie song. I'll find my plectrum. Hold on a second. Oh my god. Oh my god. How long have we got, Steve?
10 minutes.
Okay. With your long blonde hair and your eyes so blue, the only thing I ever got from you was sorrow. Sorrow. You act funny, try to spend my money. You're out there playing your high-class games of sorrow. Sorrow. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
You never do what you know you ought to. Something tells me you're a devil's daughter. Sorrow. Sorrow. Oh, oh, oh. I'll change it to another Bowie song. You know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh, I'm leaning back on my radio. Oh, oh, some practice lay down some rock and roll. I'm a summer's look out the window, I can see bright, bright like a small boy on a cold night time. There was no DJ that was crazy, cosmic jack. Ooh. All right, I'll finish with a little bit of Elvis. I'm still Elvis. I became like more of an Elvis fan then because I lived Elvis in the 80s. Sleeping. Yeah, there we are. What should we do? Nice Elvis song. Think of an Elvis song, Steve. You know,
Right. Do you know Suspicious Minds?
Yeah, of course I do. Every Elvis fan. Yeah, do you know what's funny? I sometimes when you're in a show, people say, "Oh, can you sing Caught in a Trap?" And people sometimes sort of think this song's called Caught, and it's not called Caught in a Trap. Yeah, I'll put it on my backing tracks because I it's.
Yeah.
We'll do a bit of Suspicious Minds for you, yeah.
Yeah.
And it goes down so well. Here we go. If you're we're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe the word I say, we can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. Well, old friend I know drops by to say hello. Well, I still see suspicion in your eyes. Here we go again, asking where I've been. You can see those tears inside, I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds. Well, we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. Oh, little love survive. Oh, baby. Oh, dry those tears from my eyes. Let's don't ever let a good thing die. Oh, honey, oh, don't you know? Oh, baby, I never lied to you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no, not much. I sat down
Brilliant.
and blue. You're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe the word I say, don't you know we're caught in a trap? I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Oh, don't you know we're caught in a trap? I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Or don't you know caught in a trap? So you gotta get right down low, baby. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Don't you know we're caught in a trap? I can't walk
Brilliant.
out because I love you too much. Hey, hey, we're caught in a trap. Whoa,
Brilliant.
I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby.
Well done.
Get down, man.
Brilliant. Well done. Well done. Brilliant. Well done. Right, a quick 2 minute round, right? What we do on our show sometimes, we have a 2 minute quick round where people come in and ask out questions, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if you were stuck on a desert island, who would you like to be on a desert island with? Ah,
Oh, I should say my wife, really, shouldn't I? But I'm going to say
yeah.
Eddie. I'll take Eddie V.
You take Eddie V with you. Okay, then. All right.
My wife, obviously.
Yeah. He won't mind. He's not listening anyway. I won't tell him. Right. Okay. He might be listening.
I hope.
Um, yeah. Um, what else is there? Oh yes. Um,
Last song though.
if, yeah. If you were kind of like, if you were Elvis today,
Yeah.
if you were Elvis today,
Yeah. If I was Elvis,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. If you were Elvis, what would you change about the world?
Ooh. Right. Well, Elvis was big I won't. He's big on law and order, and I'd make sure that criminals who do bad things get their just rewards. And but he was
Mm,
Elvis was he was big on drugs and stopping drugs. So I'd
right.
try to control the drugs. I think drugs are a big problem in this world. Okay.
Okay. Okay. You could play your last song then. Play your last song.
Do you mind if I don't, Steve? I think my missus is just calling me. I think we got it's 9 o'clock. She's got some plans for me. So if you don't
Yeah.
mind, Steve,
Sure. Yeah.
can
That's
I
fine.
come in? Yeah, I've
Yeah.
done.
Fine. Yeah.
Come on again one day. You know, I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
very much for your time,
Yeah.
and you've been brilliant.
Yeah, I'll
Lovely
just
to
say to
see.
anyone, the people who next weekend is the Portcore Festival, and a lot of my friends are still going. Is if you do come down, we're not encouraging a big crowd down there, but if you do, please respect the rules and the laws and the social distancing, because the police are going to be buzzing around there next weekend. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you're going to be very careful. And some of the pubs are not going to be; they're going to be full. And so if you can't get in a pub, just go home. Because there's only
Yeah.
going to be certain amount of spaces there, and obviously we'll have to do the all need to behave. Okay.
Okay then. Thank you very much, and say hello to your wife, and sorry that I kept you.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Thanks, Steve. Okay, all the best
Thank
here.
you. Bye bye. God bless. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Well. There you go. That was a lovely man called Paul Campbell. He's done some Elvis songs, done mix. Really good. Anyway, it's time for me to go. Yes, it's time for me to go. All right, baby. You know what I mean, brother. Anyway, I've got to go now. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to kind of be on one of the podcasts, please get in contact with me. You don't have to be a really good singer. You can sing, you can tell poetry, you can tell me about your life, whatever. You can share your stories. You never know who's listening. Anything you want. So anyway, everybody, take care. Have a good night. Have a good rest of the weekend. Until later on. Bye bye. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.